If love was everything, why is it that people get divorced? Why are you having breakups in your relationship? Even for you, if love was enough. Love is not enough to keep a relationship, to keep marriage. Marry for the right reasons. Don't marry out of desperation, or because everybody's getting married, or because you feel like everybody's getting married, I should get married. We just feel like, oh, after school the next thing is marriage. And for me, I'm like, no. Like, yes, marriage is good, but if it's not there, I should not kill myself over it. Any guy who is a giver is a keeper. If you are dating someone now in your 20s, or you're dating and you just realize this person always keeping malice, always quarreling, always fighting, always nagging, you should look at it. Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Oma. I'm a content creator. I also teach people how to create content, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to my ladies. Yes, I'm going to be talking to my ladies. I'm just going to be real, just put it out there. Number one, any man who loves you will support you. I know that they want to say that, oh, you girls, you should not be after money, but let me tell you, a guy that loves you wants to see you grow. He wants to support you. He wants to make sure that you're able to fulfill your calling. I'm not saying that he will now come and enslave you. I'm not saying the man will now come and manipulate you, because let me tell you, there are a lot of men out there that manipulate ladies, and ladies, you have to watch out. There's so many guys out there that come as if that they come with good intentions. They start talking to you about the Bible, especially if you're a Christian girl. Let me tell you, don't be deceived. See, there are some guys who will come and be talking about money, how much they want to make, how they know that God has called them, how they'll be rich. Those guys, run. Because even the ones that will even make it safe, they don't even used to talk too much. You would just see action, honestly. But those guys who always just want to make you respect them by telling you, oh, I'm going to be a pastor, oh, I'm going to be that, I'm going to be this. See, better shine your eyes. Make them not run you streets. Shine your eyes, because these guys are not even playing, because they now know that girls want to go for the guys who are spiritual, girls want to go for the guys who have money. So they know, say maybe they don't have it yet, then they will use that to manipulate you, to deceive you. So you need to watch the character. You need to watch not just with what he's saying, the actions. In your 20s, the guys who love you, they will not just support with just money. It's not just by helping you, giving you money to start one business or one thing. I'm saying support you by, even giving you advice. You can really see that they are all about your future, not just about what is happening now. They are all about wanting you to grow. So if a guy feel like in his head that you are the one that he's going to spend the rest of his life with, you will see that he's making sure to talk to you, to ensure that you're growing, to ensure that you're getting better, and this is even vice versa, because you cannot be expecting the guy to be helping you to grow, and you're also not doing the same thing for the guy. So it's vice versa. But honestly, a guy who loves you will support you, make you like, he just wants to see you great. Some of these girls who go after the guys that they're just going after guys for money, all these rich guys, you will see that somehow this guy will start treating them like a chair in the house. They don't want the girl to go to work. They just want her to be in the house, just be cooking and doing everything for them. And most of these girls will not tell you the truth, what they are going through in that house. So don't be marrying any guy for money. Like, as much as, yes, money is important in a relationship, in marriages, that should not be a reason for actually getting married to a guy or even going in a relationship with a guy. Money is good though, let me not lie to you, but when a guy feels like you have not brought into the table, or when a guy is feeling like all you are coming into his life for is money, he's not going to treat you with respect. That guy won't respect you. He won't treat you with respect. That's why you should also be doing your own thing, have your own money, have your own things that you're doing, so that when you enter this marriage or when you're in this relationship, that guy will not be feeling as if, you're just here to collect. There's nothing that you're putting in the table. In your 20s, that's where you need to grow. You need to better yourself. Don't just be about, I'm looking for a man that'll give me money or give me that. you should know that there's some guys who actually they are dating you, and somehow it looks like they're in a competition with you. You know, you are telling them, oh, I want this, I want that, and they are not looking at, oh, we are in a team. Because when you're in a relationship, you need to know that this person should see, both of you should just have a mindset of, we are in a team together, we are in this together. It's not about, oh, I want to be better than this person, or I want to do this better than this person. No, it should not be like that. You should just know that we are together in this. We are not fighting against each other. I feel like a lot of relationship and a lot of marriages just look as if, no, they are fighting with themselves. It should not be like that, honestly. The second thing that I really think that people should look at in their 20s, dating in their 20s, is that forgiveness. See, a lot of guys, they don't know how to forgive. Some of them don't know how to forgive, and even some girls too. Like, you quarrel with them and then they'll be doing you face. They don't know how to forgive. This is one thing I'm always looking at in a relationship, because I know that, see, I'm not perfect. I will offend you, you will offend me, we will cross each other's lines. It's going to happen. So it's even better you put in your mind that I'm going to forgive my partner for future mistakes or future things that he's going to do to me. But some of us will just be feeling as if, no, we want to marry the perfect man, the perfect woman, that everything is just perfect. No, nobody is perfect. Even you, are you perfect? Don't you make mistakes? I don't know some things that you say you want to achieve today and you realize that you're not able to achieve them. So you should not also be looking down on people or looking as if, no, you want to marry someone who would just be perfect. See, people are not perfect, so get ready to just forgive. This is something also I'm working on myself for. It's enough that we girls we hate on ourselves. Like, when this girl do you something, you guys are keeping malice, you guys are carrying face for each other. Then when you are now dating a guy and this guy too is keeping malice with you, like, no, because it's not even normal for guys to keep malice, like, or to be so angry that, oh, you guys don't get to talk. Like, it's not in their nature. If they really love you and you guys fight or quarrel, somehow it's going to just settle somehow, if they truly love you. But those ones who will now use anything that you do to them to want to keep malice with you, they don't want to talk to you, all those things, just know that they don't like you. They use that, they use you cruise. Anybody who loves you, any guy who loves you, should be able to forgive. Let me tell you one thing. See, the way guys are today, both of them, two guys can talk today. You know, today they see each other, they are like, hey, what's up, guy? Have fun, how you day? Tomorrow, maybe they don't even talk for the next 2 months, 3 months. Tomorrow, when they see each other, they'll be like, ha, guy, have fun now, how you day? But let me tell you, it's not the same thing with a girl. It's not the same thing with a woman. A woman, you still need to reach out, because we women were very emotional and sensitive. So yes, there's that thing that you can have a woman and you guys have like malice or you guys don't talk after this person has offended you. It should not be happening in your relationship. If you are dating someone now in your 20s, or you're dating and you just realize this person always keeping malice, always quarreling, always fighting, always nagging, you should look at it. You should be with a man who has conscience, like conscience. Even when you really do something that offend him, he loves you so much and he has conscience to be like, you know what, let me just let this go. You guys come from different background, different parents, you guys come from different family entirely, so somehow you guys don't think the same. So there's going to be times that both of you will have like little issues, little offenses and stuff. It should not be something that the guy will keep for mind. The third thing that I feel like you should take note when it comes to dating your 20s is communication. Communication is so important. Like, if your communication is lacking, you don't have a relationship, because that's all you're doing in a relationship. You guys are just communicating. Relationship is about communication. Can you guys communicate? Can you guys communicate, like talk like friends? Date your friend, marry your friend, because that's all you guys will be doing in the relationship. In the marriage, you people will just be communicating. If you just find it hard to communicate with someone, or you just notice that this guy does not communicate with you, you also need to think about it and look at it. Let me even tell you that reason why you notice that guys don't communicate, especially when you finish nagging. You're the one that is nagging. that guy will not want to stay away from you, want to give you your space. Research actually shows that girls talk more than the guys. The guys don't talk most of the times, and that's why it's important for you as a lady. You should not be that nagging kind of person. I know how tempting it is for us to want to express ourselves, you know, when this guy is doing you something, you just want to talk. But see, you need to know how to just keep quiet. That sometimes that your silence is even more powerful than those communication that you're trying to communicate, you're trying to shout. There are sometimes that it's not necessary. You don't need to shout too much. For me now, I have even realized that there's even much power when you are even quiet. And then this guy is like, oh, what did I do? What happened? You know, he wants to understand. He wants to know. You're asking, what happened? And you're like, oh, nothing, I'm fine. And that's when you got him. That's when you're getting him, because you're like, okay, you're just keeping him in that state of, oh, what did I do, you know? And he said, go comport. In your relationship, work on your communication. Know how to communicate, know when to communicate. If you notice that, oh, this person is not in a good mood, this person just came from work or something happened and it's not in a good mood to communicate, that's not the right time to communicate. Know your partner for your partner. I know a lot of people actually come online and talk about all these relationship things, relationship advice, but let me tell you, all relationship is different. When you're in a relationship, you self will know that this person is different, like from someone I've dated before or something. So everybody is different in their own ways. Don't come in a relationship and want to actually treat that guy based on a past relationship or what people say online. You need to know that before you actually start listening to people online, you have to be sure. You have to be sure that, oh, this person is even doing, this person is even coming to talk about it. Some of the people who come online and talk about their relationship and all these things, let me just be honest with you, most times they don't do these things. So personally, for me, I even have to start teaching myself that it's not everything, you know, I come on YouTube, I learn on YouTube, then I'll now come and apply to my relationship or to my life in general. Like, no, it's not everything that you actually learn online that you have to apply. You just need to know the guy, like know who he is. There's some guys who don't talk, there's some guys who talk, there's some guys who loves when you, maybe now he does something, you come to him, you confront him about it. There's some guys that even when you keep quiet, that's even how to make him to correct himself. So study your guy, know him. Study people. It's not even based on just your guy or in a relationship. Generally, in relationship with friends and with people in general, you need to study people and know how to relate with them, with how they are. Don't try to change people. If you notice that, oh, I'm dating this person or I'm with this person and there's some things the person is doing you can't take, then you in your mind you think that you want to change the person. Don't even try to change the person. It's either you leave or you stay and try to, you know, take those things that the person is doing. If you feel like now you want to be the one to start changing a man, you want to be the one to start controlling him, it's not going to work. It's going to backfire. So no, don't have a mindset of going to a relationship to change people or change the person, because I don't think it works. Try to accept them for who they are. I know that it's actually easier said than done, but you can do it, okay? Another thing that you need to take note when it comes to dating your 20s is that you need to actually date a man that can give. Yes, so date a man that can give you. I'm not just talking about money, I'm talking about everything in general, like spiritual, you know, give you his time, you know, give you money. Yeah, money is also good. Let me not even lie, money is good. A man that can give you money, a man that can give you time, a man that can give you advice. Even if you have or find a guy that can do any three of these things I'm saying, is a keep. Because these days I don't even understand how the whole dating game is right now. So I know that these days our generation is kind of off. Somehow I feel like our generation, women are spoiling men, and that's the truth. That's why you don't find a guy who will just be decent. I don't know. It's just rare to find a guy who is so decent, and it's also rare to find girls too, because let me tell you, all this advice I'm giving, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. So you cannot be saying, no, I want my man to be like this, and you're not even that kind of person. So you need to understand that you need to work on yourself. A guy who will give you advice, a generous guy, that's That's a turn on for me, because me, I'm a giver. I like to give, though I don't like when people use my, my generosity to think that I am a mumu. Because let me tell you, girls don't even like good guys. And even when you're this kind of person who is good, who is generous, who is this, sometimes people can take you for granted. So you need to also be on the lookout. Any guy who is a giver is a keeper. In this our generation, you find a guy who can give you keep him strong. It looks as if no guys, they are now the ones wanting to have, like the ones that they want you to give to them. It's not like they want to give to you, which is not even nice. Because as a guy, you should be able to give to your lady. You should be able to sacrifice to your lady. Maybe you're in a relationship and then you feel like, oh, when you give, you cook for him, you give him money, you do things for him, that's when he will love you. But I have come to realize that it's a lie. You don't even need to do much as a girl to actually get the attention of your man. You don't need to do much. Ask yourself this question: why is it that all those guys who you don't like, they are the ones always coming to you? They are the ones that always want you. Why the ones that you are running after, they don't like you? Because naturally for guys, they see that they are the ones to take care of their woman. So stop doing husband benefit. Don't give too much. Like if you are not giving him the milk, he's milking the cow. Why will he want to marry the cow? Some, they're just using you. And the reason why you don't want to give too much as a girl is not because it's the guy, the guy will now be mean to you, or the guy will do any bad thing. It's not for the guy, it's really for the girl. Because I feel like for we girls, anytime we're doing too much, we naturally just feel like, oh, this guy owes us. Like he owes us, he needs to do this for me, he has to marry me because you have cooked, you have done all these things. Naturally you'll not be feeling like, oh, this guy have to be there for me, have to do things for me. And the guy don't owe you nothing. Like he does not owe you anything. He does not owe you anything. He did not force you to go for him. You are the one that can say yes or no. You are the one that can stop it or not. He's not owing you anything. That's why you should not give too much, so that in case the relationship does not work out or it does not go as planned, you will not become depressed. Do you know that there's some girls that just feel like, sex and food, these are the things that will make a guy marry them? But no, the key to a man's heart, not be all these things. Don't let them deceive you. See, for we girls, we're the ones that when we have sex with a guy, that we get emotionally attached. For a guy, it's not like that for them. Like they can have sex with anyone and they'll still say hi, like nothing there. But you as a woman now, you have all these kind of emotions inside of you. So you need to just be able to watch it. Focus on yourself, grow. See, focus on you, grow yourself. Because at the end of the day, if the relationship don't work out, you will know that you have nothing to lose, that you're still working on yourself while you were in that relationship. Not that you give it your all. You hear women, they'll be like, after all I have done for this man, after all I have done, this. No, you don't need to do these things. Nobody send you work on yourself. What are your goals? What are your plans? Marriage is not the whole thing. I know that sometimes married people, they like to project to young girls that, oh, marriage this, marriage that. Yes, marriage comes with its blessings, don't get me wrong. But if you are single, you pray to God for God to bless you, He will still bless you. So marriage is not like, it's just a title. Marriage is just a title. You're living with someone that you have, like, you have a commitment with, you guys are friends and everything, but it's not all and all. So stop killing yourself. If you're not married as a single girl, now is the time for you to work on yourself. Now is the time for you to know that, oh, there's no child that you're taking care of. There's nothing that you're doing right now. You have all the time to yourself to work on your goals, work on your dreams. So stop chasing after a man. Chase after the things that you want to achieve for yourself. Marry for the right reasons. Don't marry out of desperation, or because everybody's getting married, or because you feel like everybody's getting married, I should get married. We just feel like, oh, after school the next thing is marriage. And for me, I'm like, no. It's like, yes, marriage is good, but if it's not there, I should not kill myself over it. The next tip that I was talking about is love is not enough to keep a relationship, to keep marriage. Sacrifice is needed in a marriage or in a relationship. You need to know that love is just an emotion, it's just a feeling, and this feeling can actually go. What will even keep that relationship more is your friendship, is your sacrifice. So I need to ask you, how is the communication level? You think it's just that emotion thing that you're feeling that's going to keep that man? No. Ability to forgive, ability to let go, ability to sacrifice, ability to work hard. Because when you're going to a relationship, you're going to work, you're going to go and stay with someone that you probably that thinks differently from you. You need to accommodate, know when to give him his space, know when to focus on you. These are things that you need to know. It's not just about the emotion. No, it's not about the emotion. The emotion will even fade. Like after 6 months or so in a relationship, you realize that emotion is not even going to be as strong as it used to be. Now ask yourself, what is going to keep this relationship? Is it just emotion? Love is never enough. If not, you ask yourself, why is that all these people who get married, that you maybe you're even there at the wedding, and then you could see how happy they were together, they get married, and why did they get a divorce? Why did they divorce themselves? Why? If love was everything, why is it that people get divorced? Why are you having breakups in your relationship, even for you? If love was enough, love is never enough. A man and a woman are different. I don't know, there's this book I read, women are from Venus, man from Mars. A man maybe can be going through a lot, like at that moment he's going through a difficult period or something, and he goes into this hidden cave and just want to be on his own, probably don't want to talk at that moment. And you as a woman, you'll be like, okay, like let me reach out. Especially you're the good woman trying to reach out to the guy. You just notice that this guy is not responding to you. You need to understand that you're not the same with the guy. But for we women, when we are going through something, that's when we want to get close to the guy. You see us that, or want to just get close to people. We don't want to isolate ourselves. We are trying to get close to people. We are trying to relate with people. But for guys, it's totally different. And even when the guy comes out of that cave and wants to react and talk or just relates with his woman, you now know that woman is now angry and does not want to talk to the guy, because she's like, you've been ignoring me, I've been trying to reach out to you, you've been ignoring me, you've been treating me like trash, like I didn't exist. And you won't understand that, see, guys are different from you. So I just feel like this is something that you need to know. Dating your 20s, a guy is totally different from you. I think this is something I had to teach myself consistently, because sometimes we forget. We just think that, oh, the way we are thinking, that guy is also thinking that way. But honestly, guys are totally different. They don't think the way you think, they don't act the way you act. So you need to know, so that you will not have patience to be able to take some things and be like, oh fine, and let go. A guy is not emotional, a guy is logical. But for we women, we are very, very emotional. Like most times when we are reacting based on our own emotions. We have so many hormones going on inside of us that sometimes we don't even understand ourselves. We don't even know why we are reacting the way we are reacting. So I need you to know that you and a guy are total different set of people. For you now, you get pregnant, you give birth as a woman. Do you know that I just feel like for guys, the way they are, if they ever get pregnant once and they give birth, they will never give birth again. But you ask yourself, we women that we are looked at as weak, how can a woman go through that much pain in the delivery room and still get pregnant again to want to give birth? That is to tell you the capacity, the things that a woman can actually take. The final point I'm going to be talking about, which is so important, I feel like this is the most important from all the things I have said when it comes to dating your 20s, the things that people don't tell you, and this is the fact that you need God in your relationship. You really, really need God in your relationship. God is so important. You need to understand that in your relationship, take God first. I even learned that there are some things that you may see in a guy that you're like, oh, I don't want this, or I don't like this. Instead of complaining, take it to God in prayers. After all, the heart of a king is in the hand of God. It's only God that can actually change someone. So stop feeling as if you're the one now that can change that guy. You're the one that can change him. You're not the one that can change nobody. You're not the one. So take it to God. Okay? Anyways, I hope you actually enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.